Hey, what's happening, guys? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you, wherever you are there on Earth. Well, it's Monday. It's Sunday morning here in Montreal. It's December 24th. December 24th, what am I talking about? That's my birthday. That was days ago. It's December 29th. And it's, man, oh man, I don't remember the last time I saw such a foggy day. I can't believe I'm trying to get away from this guy from his music there so it doesn't screw up the whole trying to make a few bucks off this stupid YouTube thing, because in a lot of respects it is stupid. Actually, I don't think it's gotten smarter, and I think it's gotten stupider, just like a lot of things in life. But again, I haven't seen fog thick like that in years, so I definitely got to go out and record a little walk here on the Rue Saint Catherine. And I've been living in this part of town for 11 years. And it's funny because I tell a lot of people that when I moved here 11 years ago, you never heard any English. Now you hear English everywhere. It's like they've taken over, especially young people. They're going to McGill, they're going to Concordia, they're going to whatever, you know. This old folks residence here, this is where I go to drop off my letters a lot of times, like my vintage ads that I sell primarily. Drop them off right there. I was actually thinking about doing a walking video on this street, Darling Street. I also thought about Montreal, which is down there, right next to the Canadian Pacific line there. And this is really spurred a moment. But then I looked on my own YouTube channel, Retro Old School, and I searched at Rue Montreal. I must have filmed it at least 4 times. Yeah, we got a lot of snow, but the city didn't want to remove it. They're like, oh, it's gonna melt, it's gonna melt. Well, it's not gonna melt quick, that's for sure. Oh, I love this facade right here though. Look at this. Look at this beautiful quality of this wood here. Look how gorgeous that is. I'm a little reluctant to do this video here because there's still a lot of delinquents living around here. A lot of troublemakers, a lot of degenerates. Maybe I'll just walk even faster actually. And a lot of people who ever given me static for filming, they think I'm taking their pictures. It's always these types of people, these very low brow, low class, no education type people. That's right, there is La Caserne de Pompiers 13, the fire station 13. There's a rescue unit, they have the pumper, they've got a chief, but they never had a ladder. That would have to be provided by fire station 48, which is that way. There's a City of Montreal truck there. It looks like he's inspecting for something. Yeah, it's not a beautiful morning, but it's definitely interesting of a morning. I mean, again, it looks like London over here, you know, London fog, and it's not freezing cold. I mean, yesterday was like what, -9. Now it's like -2 Celsius, of course. And I'm walking westerly. This church here, there used to be a placard next to the door. I don't know if they took it down or somebody stole it. But sadly enough, if I remember right, it was in 1927, I think, that there was a fire in there. And I think it used to be a theater. And there was something like, I think like 60 kids that died. Yeah, sends a chill down your spine. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. So, yeah, that's the way she goes, man. That's one of the positive things about the life we live today. There's less fires than there ever been. And the more you go back in time, there were fires all the time, especially since almost everybody smoked, you know. So anyway, what I also wanted to say is that I wanted to see what street this is here actually. That is the fact I'm talking about. This guy's playing music, is playing loud there, and his pickup is whatever. Oh yeah, Dyd Street. What I wanted to say is that, man, if I had a nickel for every time I've walked up the street, just going for a walk, to do try to do some train spotting from we're going towards the St. Catherine Street overpass over the CP line, which of course used to be really active and now it practically isn't, but what are you gonna do? Nothing's made here anymore, right? And anyway, I used to walk, like I said, I would walk that way. Sometimes I would even walk all the way to, Papineau Metro Station in the village there, the old gay village, which I might be myself somewhat. I'll never let that really out of the bag officially because I got too many friends in the old car hobby, so we'll just leave it at that. Let's just leave it there. Leave it at that. Préfontaine Street, going all the way to Préfontaine Metro Station. And of course I walked a lot also this street to go this way westward because, of course, Nutram Street, Nutram Boulevard, which is also aka Highway 20, is down there where I filmed a ton of trucking over the years, a lot of trucking. I like how I see these buildings, right? They redo these buildings, these historic buildings like this one here. Okay, this one over there with all the windows that are basically painted over here as well. This is for sure, there's a rich person must be living here probably. There's no address practically, there's no name, there's no nothing. The windows are all covered up, everything's boarded up. And I can't fucking stand it, to be honest with you, because there's rich people living in this part of town and there's people starving to death and ODing and they're fucking living here. They can live anywhere. They go live downtown, they go live in Kirkland. No, they live here. I got a big problem with that. So, I'm not gonna make any friends, eh? This must be a hotel. Holy shit, I don't think I ever noticed that. This used to be a post office. Looks like it's a hotel now. You always see these luxury vehicles parked here with foreign plates, Ontario or whatever they might be. But once again, I see this over and over again. These buildings are bought out, they renovate them, they black out all the windows. We don't know what's going on in there. There could be a grow up there. Look over here, over here. I'm glad I pointed that out. You know, again, like I'm making a lot of friends, you know? What the hell do I care? Not everything has to be completely politically correct. There's the street I wanted to do the walking video on. And I'm glad if those people heard me, because I'm sure they did, because most people are travel the world or on business. They know at least like 2-3 languages. So they know what the hell I'm saying. There's Moreau Street, which is weird because it's residential, and then when you cross Dyd Street, which is on the corner of my place, it's very well, industrial. There's like one industrial company there. I think it's like a, what do you call it, like a brewery, I think. I'm glad I did this. I actually wasn't sure about doing this because I'm like, I was out last night, I was tired as hell yesterday. I feel good. Energy is good. Energy is good, and if my energy is good, I'm probably pretty positive. So again, you know, taking better, Elton McFall taking better care of himself more than ever, because I just turned 49 on the 24th. Thank you for a few of you who said happy birthday. You know what, I don't think I ever said this in the video, but this place, I didn't know until a few years ago that there's a what do you call it? Oh god, what's it called again? I'm trying to remember now. I'm blanking out. I don't know why. Anyway, they have a what the hell is it called? Look at that fog, it's incredible. Anyway, I thought there was a fire coming out of this place once, several years ago, right? I walk around, I'm in the backside, there's smoke coming out. Not a ton of smoke, but consistent smoke. So then there's this guy walking his dog. I said, I don't know, man. I said, hey, maybe I should call the fire department, call 911. This guy with his dog, he says I would. So I call the fire department, which is funny because we passed by a few minutes ago, fire station 13, which I mentioned don't have a ladder truck. So like 6 fire trucks show up, you know, just a few minutes after I call, and and I didn't realize that, yeah, this is Alphonse de Rouen Street. I didn't realize that they had a incinerator in the back of this place, and that's what it was. It's an incinerator. So you'll figure, hey, better safe than sorry. I didn't know that. I mean, if I knew that, I wouldn't have called 911. But then again, on a positive, the positive is that, you know, these firefighters, they're trained, right? They're trained, and when they're not fighting fires, they're training. They're training, doing exercises for fire prevention, right? For safe and effective fire practices with hoses and all kinds of equipments and air tanks and so forth. The trucks themselves are checked and tested every day. The pumps are working, ladders, the sirens, the horns, brakes, everything. So again, although most of them are false alarms, it's a question of being ready and as practice for the real fires that happen. And every time I pass one of these Chrysler Pacificas, they'll become like the luxury minivan, I think to myself, yeah, this is like a federal truck, you know, or government, some kind of government truck, or federal, provincial, you know. I think it's kind of ironic they've got these signs here, right? Because there's a public works garage right here, which actually Not sure it was always there. This whole part actually is recent addition to that public works garage, and I think this one is old as hell, but the one across, you're going to see the train tracks coming up here. That one hasn't been there in a long time. I'm hoping, if I'm lucky, cross my fingers, I could see a little bit of train action. The CP train coming in here to drop off cars and pick up all the cars, go back to the St. Luc yard, or just engines anyway. Because I mean, really, this fog is a friggin' trip, man. It's a trip. And what's cool for me about the walking videos, I don't know if I ever mentioned, but what's great about them is that usually when I do these, they're lengthy, and I put them in priority because they're very popular. And I can't believe, actually, I'm happy to say, oh boy, this guy got one light on. Very dangerous. Very dangerous in the weather like that. One headlight. You could barely see the guy coming. I just have my third coffee. Anyway, is that I lost my train of thought. Happens when you're a pothead, you know. Look at all this snow here on the sides. Every street could have been removed. I went to Dorval the other day, and they were doing snow removal. But that's because I heard in Dorval that's a major priority, because that's where the airport is and people pay up the ass in taxes. So I'm paying 13% more in taxes like everybody else living in Hochelaga, and they haven't even removed the snow, and they're like, well, you know, whatever, it's gonna melt. Yeah, it's gonna melt, but I mean, come on, not gonna melt tomorrow or the next day, right? Oh, let's see if this is the typical scrap coming out of the fog. Yeah, it is. Typical 2011 junk. Which kind of unfortunately reminds me of this beautiful dream I had last night. You know when you have one of these dreams that you can tell it was more than 5 minutes. And what a pleasure it was. It was summertime. I'm riding in a classic, STM classic, I don't know, whatever, 92, 93, 94, 95. And yeah, look at it. You can't even barely see frickin' the Rue Notre Dame. Look at that, you can hardly see it. You can't even see the port. You can't see if there's any cargo ships docked there, containers that are loaded. We're gonna stop here a few minutes, that's for sure. Oh, but I can hear the Port of Montreal train. I always seem to get it in the distance here, but every time I go by the port, I know, wow, holy cow, the fog is so dense here because the river is just over there. I forgot to mention it. Yeah. Oh, hi, bonjour. That's what's his name there, that guy there? What's his name? Sugar Sammy. I wonder when he got that name, eh? This guy is a big deal because he represents Montreal to a T. He's bilingual and he's of ethnic origin, but he's obviously Canadian. You're gonna rear. Rear is French for laugh. Look at that. It's so eerie. It's very spooky. Very, very spooky. Yeah, man. But there's no wind also. That's why there's all this fog. Eh? Wow, it's spooky. Holy tamale. Definitely gonna wait here a few minutes and take it all in. This is kind of like what my eyesight is like. What's that? I thought I heard some locomotives down there or something. Oh, it's a plane. Oh, I'm gonna hang out here for minutes. Oh man, talk about timing. I was just filming a walking video. Typical sound from this area. Look at that. In the fog, the timing. I can't believe it. Sunday morning. It's so bloody foggy, it's hard to see if this is even sharp. That's crazy. Come on, buddy. Blow your horn, daddy. Yeah, buddy. That's some timing, man. Hey, you're ringing the horn constantly to make sure you don't hit any of these desperados around here. Oh, going light, only the engines, just like how cool is that, man? How freaking cool is that? Oh god, I love timing. I love the timing. Oh, you can't even see the port. It's so far. I almost didn't go out this morning. Yeah, you gotta make sure you don't hit any of these unfortunate people living in the woods here. How cool is that? It's not like I get the timing coming here all the time, eh? Well, now I'm gonna have to go see if I can get them leaving with a load. Yeah, totally. I don't know, they could be there 20 minutes, they could be there an hour and a half. Ha! Hooah! Holy cow, that was a trip. I can't believe the timing. Not even a minute after I stopped recording on the GoPro here, and I heard the bells ringing. I thought it was the bells coming from one of the Port of Montreal locomotives down there. No, it was actually coming from there. The guy was ringing, the engineers were ringing a bell constantly because it's so foggy. That's probably part of their protocol, their procedures. And also it's back that there's people like practically living in the trees over here. And in the years ago, I'd be at home and I would never hear a train horn. Now I hear them once in a while because, again, there's people walking those tracks. And so basically, I think I'm going to probably cut this short. I think I'm going to do this walking video maybe till, I think, Frontenac. I'm going to go walk right towards the Port of Montreal yard. Why does my leg feel wet over here? I don't understand that. Hey, by the way, if you want to send me I call it a tip, a token of appreciation, you can send me something, whatever, $5, $250, whatever, to my my email, Elton McFall, Elton like Elton John McFall at hotmail.com, Elton McFall at hotmail.com. E-transfer, PayPal, whatever, be greatly appreciated. But I wanted to like at least finish this proper. Well, look, aside from the fact that there's no sun, it's foggy, it's interesting. Like I said, we're not in Britain here or Ireland or something, so it doesn't happen all the time. Happy to record it. It's not freezing cold like it's been lately, and there's no wind, because I hate the wind in the winter. There's nothing worse than cold when it's windy. Horrible. Oh wow, I like that. A taxi, that's actually a color. I can dig it, baby. Can you dig it? Can you dig it, baby? I don't know, I like to sing something with the word fog in it. I don't know of any songs with the word fog. Nope. Fog, foggy. Nope, nothing comes to mind. Yeah. There's Bercy, la rue Bercy, Bercy me. All this whole property here with this blue fence all around, that's a huge complex belonging to Gaz Metropolitan. Of course, they're not called that now that they have that stupid name called Energia, which I just think is stupid, because I don't even know if I could translate that actually in English. Let's see if we can see the Jacques Cartier there, the Pont Jacques Cartier Bridge. You can't even see it. Can't see nothing. Well, that's not surprising. Oh, we got a bit of freezing rain yesterday. I didn't think there was as much as I thought it was going to be, actually. I don't know. Gave sort of a half salute there with my finger. In the cool of the evening, when everything is getting kind of groovy, I call you up and ask you if you'd like to go with me and see a movie. First you say no, you've got some plans for the night, and then you stop and say, alright, love is kind of crazy with a spooky little girl like you. Spooky. Look at that Toyota Corolla, circa what, 98, 99, 2000, 2001. Those cars are unkillable. Look at the snow. All this snow here could have just been blown into the side here with one blower. No trucks, just a guard, that's it. But no, we don't have a man for a mayor, so that's how she goes. Smells like fire now, eh? Wood burning. Wood, you know, somebody reminded me recently, wood burning stoves, I think, were like banned in the city. I think it's ridiculous, really. I really think it's ridiculous. You know what, let's end this here actually, because it's ridiculous. I'll tell you why it's ridiculous, because if you look at a map at the countries of the world that pollute the most, you can imagine which ones they are if you have a brain, right? China, US, and so forth, Russia. And Canada is like this. It's nothing. Okay? Anyway, that's the kind of time we're living in. What are you gonna do? Hopefully a fire truck doesn't respond this way, because I won't get it. But I have actually gotten one of the two fire trucks responding here in Notre Dame from the overpass where it was before. I can't believe I got those locomotives. So you know I have to go right now to the port, little park there. You can barely see that tanker going by there. Look at that. So thanks for watching, guys. Merci de regarder. Bien sûr, les amateurs en français, j'ai fait ça une priorité pour avoir toujours avoir une vidéo, une marche en français là, ici et là, ça va être régulier. Qua per hasard. So take care, guys. Look forward to your positive comments and encouragement, because that's what the world needs more than ever, right? It needs more positivity and love. So take care. We'll finish this with this guy, his bike there, and his kid. Bye bye. Well, there's one good thing about hauling a trailer with a bike. At least you have